to stop these pernicious practices from having a tight grip on our communities of color, and particularly African American males and Latino males.
Yeah.
Now, we acknowledge the fact that there are crime that happens throughout our communities, and certainly we must help to change the culture of that. That anytime a black person, a white person, or whomever, whatever color you are, if there's a tragic death, we ought to be also marching on those communities and say that enough is enough. But as we look at our criminal justice system, it is broken. We look at our police force, it is overwhelmingly white and hegemonic.
All right.
When they're controlling poor communities of color, they tend to use much more excessive force, partly because of the perceptions that law enforcement have about poor communities of color with respect to crime. We have to work with local law enforcement in these communities to say that enough is enough. The way that you did things back then, those things must change today. The thing is, the problem is in our communities that when white officers kill an unarmed black child, we have individuals within our society say, well, what happens when blacks kill other blacks? Well, the problem is when white individuals who happen to be police officers kill an African American or a Latino, they walk away from the system as if they got a card that says, you're free to go.
That's right.
This sends the wrong message to the communities of color. I think what we saw last night was an insult to the black community.
Yeah.
And what it said is, black lives does not matter.
Right.
So we stand here today to send the message loud and clear that no longer will we stand idle and do nothing. We are here today because we want the spirit of a movement. We're here today because we want to adopt a theology of love.
All right.
A theology that will shape our psychology, and a theology that not only changes our mindset, but also changes the masses of people in our society. Thank you, and thank you very much.
All right.